Oh boy, do we have some crazy Tinder stories for you.
Let's try that. Oh man, so we are going to be studying the 2019 species.
Their mating rituals.
Their mating rituals.
So I'm sure many of you know of the app Tinder. It is the premier dating app in today's society.
Is it?
Yes. Do you know when it started?
When?
2012.
It's been around 7 years?
It's been around since 2012. That means there's a lot of good stories floating around.
And we're here to explore them today. I've got one that I have never told anyone in the history of ever, but I'm willing to spill my guts.
I'm excited. I mean, we all know dating is just awkward. Dating is like...
Dating's the
not
worst.
fun at
because
all.
you can't be yourself.
No.
You have to try
be
and
someone
be...
better.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
You don't put, you gotta put bait on the hook so the fish want to eat it.
Yeah.
Fish don't want to bite a hook.
That's true.
They want some delicious treat.
Yeah.
And then the hook gets them and they're stuck.
Oh man. So do you have a story?
I'm trying to think. So my dating history, there's obviously some awkward moments just involving girls. But I do remember this one time. It was fun, it was cool. So like the first day was normal. I'm like, all right, let's try this again. So we go on a second date. Now this date, we just decided to kind of like hang out, like watch a movie at my house and stuff. You got into that awkward tickle like fight.
Yeah.
There's always tickling. But then it escalated and she started pinching my nipples. I will tell you right now, I was not down for that. It was just...
I think I've somehow heard this story. Continue.
She just kept going for the nipples, and I'm too nice to be like, lay off the nipples, okay? This is a new thing. It's awkward. I don't know how to just be like, back off the nipples.
So did you go after hers?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I just wanted to make sure
I am
that
a
was
gentleman.
You're like, Gah!
It could have escalated there. Who knows?
Who knows? She might.
But like, it was so sad because like I was like, okay, maybe this could be a thing, and then immediately just like, nope, I'm done. Nipple twisted not allowed. It's not sexy, okay? It's pretty weird.
All I can think of is when we tried the muzzle stimulator and we placed them on your nipples. I'll link to that video over there.
Good times.
Okay,
I'm ready for yours.
My story. Gosh, I don't know if I should tell it now or at the end. I'll tell it now.
Okay.
I'll tell it now. And you actually were there.
What?
For part of this. Part of this.
Excited.
I met these two girls. Okay?
Uh-huh.
They were amazing. Both were extremely cute. And I was like, oh man, these girls are great. But that was it. Like, that was the last time I saw them. We had a great time at the concert. We were having fun. I go to another concert.
Mm-hmm.
This time with you, with my dad, and my sister, and Jigbee. So as we are leaving, I see the two girls.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh snap, they're here. This is like,
Be still my
sign.
heart.
I can go up and get their number because I had a big regret for not getting their number for the last one. You know how you play that whole game where you're like, hey, let me get your number, you're like, so you can then get to the person you really want to get to. So it was kind of
all exchange numbers.
Yeah. Let's all, like
be?
all of us, let's all exchange
fun would
numbers.
that
This will be
be?
great. So I continue this lovely text conversation, and we decide I'm gonna take her on a date.
Oh yeah.
So I drive up to go get her, and she opens the door, and lo and behold, I was not texting who I thought I was texting. Yeah. So I somehow got their names mixed up. And yeah, so that was weird because when I pulled up, I was like, hey, what are you doing here? And she's like, I live here. And I'm like, yeah. Shut up. I can't go from going on a date with this girl to then going on a date with her best friend. So I'm like, okay, well, we're just gonna make this work. Like, we're just gonna have fun today.
Gosh.
And anyway, it ended up working in the best way possible because because of that, we actually ended up dating a lot longer. Yeah, it was great, but it was just the way that it had panned out. It was like, oh no, you're not who I thought
Dun,
you
dun,
were.
dun. That is so funny.
Anyway, that's my,
Oh my gosh.
horrible dating story.
Oh my gosh. So Tinder is meant to make this easier, but I feel like it's turned into a beast all its own. So we have a collection of stories
Yes.
from the internet and from friends.
Yeah, from internet and friends. And I want to start off this story with, it's even been leveraged by businesses.
Tinder.
Yeah. There are 3 students down at BYU who made a fake profile and swiped right on a bunch of guys, matched with 250 with just a basic picture, no bio, told them all to meet at a frozen yogurt place at the same day and time, and showed up like 78 dudes, all between the ages of like 18 and 28.
Oh.
So just a bunch of dudes at this one
Catfished by a
frozen
yogurt shop.
yeah. So needless to say, business was popping that day, but no ladies. So, but let's move into these interesting stories that we
Gosh,
have.
that's funny.
Do you want to start it off?
I can start off. I
Okay.
started off with some simple ones. All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is my first Tinder story to
Okay.
share with you today, and I titled it "No Pay, No Way." Okay, so
Okay.
super basic. So, girl says, some guy asked me out to go on a dinner date with him and proceeded to tell me that he has a strict no paying for dinner on the first date policy. And
Hey,
so,
I get it. I understand that as a person and as a male. Like if you're dating around, that can add up quickly. But go
that is true. That is true. But needless to say, she did not go.
Oh.
That was
ahead. So that was before they even
yeah.
established going on a date.
Yep, that was it. That was the talking. Let's go on a date. Guy's like, I'm not gonna pay, and she's like, no way, done.
Okay.
That was it. Just see, quick and simple. I feel like that's a
Simple
lot of
solution. Meet up at a coffee shop. You can pay for a $2.50 cup.
right.
Coffee.
There you go.
This one I titled it "The White Russians."
Ooh.
I'm gonna jump into her. Ooh, girl! I went on a date with this guy. We've been texting for a while. He seemed really nice and funny, so I finally agreed to meet up with him. We went out for dinner and then went bowling. Normal stuff. Dinner was good. He seemed nervous but was cute.
Okay. Okay.
Then on to the bowling. Oh man. So I think he felt a little more confident at this point. Maybe it was the 4 White Russians he had drank beforehand, and got a little bit more flirty and such. He then sees a family walk past us, and the mom is pregnant. He looks at me, grabs my stomach with both hands, and says, "I can't wait for that to be us."
What? Way too forward.
100% serious, he meant it. He also said later in the night something about how great our wedding would be on our very first date. Anyway, needless to say, that was the only date with him.
I don't know. I read a lot of these stories, and I'm sure, obviously, there's a lot of like good stories that come from Tinder.
Yeah.
But there's just so many just not good people on that app, man.
No. Man, there are so many shady people out
So many shady people. So listen to this one. I call this one Dab Master.
there. Oh.
Okay? So the girl is telling the story.
Okay.
She talked to this guy for about a week, and they agreed to go out to a nice dinner. He picked her up wearing sweatpants and a torn shirt and took her to In-N-Out Burger. Apparently he spills his food on her, and every time that he agreed with anything she said, he would say Maji and Dab. Every time.
My G.
Maji.
Look at my down.
Every
Wow.
time, dude. So
You know, this almost, I mean, if I was a betting man, this almost sounds set up to where it was some friends placing a bet that you won't go on a date dressed like this and do this.
it could be.
Like, that's, I mean, like a torn shirt, gym pants, and then my G.
Maji.
My G.
Damn it on her, dude. Spills his food on her.
Yeah.
Well, then, as they're leaving, 2 cute girls walked in, and he started flirting with them on the way out.
Class act.
Right? They get to the car, they're driving home. He's bragging to her about how he's a manager at an iceberg. And how much he hates children. As he drops her off, he drops her off, and finally he looks at her, he's like, "So we doing this again?" And she's like, "Are you kidding me?" And shuts the door.
She should have closed with
Said,
my G.
Maji.
Bam.
Nah.
And then slammed the door. Oh, You missed an opportunity.
Missed opportunity. Oh my gosh. Dab on his booty. Shut the door with a dab.
Yeah. Maji. Okay, I got one for you. This one I titled The Birthday Girl. A buddy of mine hit it off with this girl, and after a few days she invited him over to a house party. Sure, he says, what could go wrong? He shows up and is introduced to a few of her friends, all guys. Okay? As the night carries on, more and more guys show up and very few girls are actually at the party. After they started talking about how they all know this girl, they all find out they were all invited via Tinder to this girl's house for her birthday party. She was throwing herself a birthday party filled with Tinder dates.
What?
How awesome is that?
Wait. Did she end up taking one of them? Like, was this her trial?
I don't know.
To find which one she actually wanted
But I
to
think
date?
she just didn't want to be alone on her birthday.
Oh, so that's either really smart or really sad.
Yeah. Freaking genius.
Oh my god.
I kind of want to do that now. Like, birthday party. Okay.
Just a Tinder. Get everyone to come over for a Tinder birthday party. Wow. Okay. You ready for this?
Ready.
I call this one Bloody Mary.
Oh no. Ooh! I already got ideas on what it could
About
be.
to get real weird up
Oh my
here.
gosh, please don't say it's about...
So this friend, okay?
Okay.
So it's a guy talking. So I matched with this girl that looked super cute. We chatted for a bit and decided that we could grab a drink a little later on.
Okay.
A couple hours later, she messaged me saying that she has to postpone because she's in the ER. I asked if she's alright, what happened, etc. She seemed like she didn't really want to get into it. So I didn't press her. Later, that afternoon, she hits me up saying she's fine and still wants to grab drinks. Okay, so it's back on.
Okay.
She went to the ER, she's fine apparently. It's back on. I asked where and she suggests this pretty shady place in a really rednecky town. That should have been the first red flag.
That should have been the second flag.
But right?
Yeah. ER.
Okay. So I get there and I park next to a really beat up old car. Of course it was her car. She gets out and looks nothing like her profile picture.
That should be the third flag.
Right? She also had a giant, poorly done tattoo of a Disney character.
I'm just gonna keep a flag count right here on my hands.
He's like, I'm already not into it, but I'm not gonna just be rude and take off. We get inside, we order some drinks, we start talking. She apologizes for almost bailing. So he says, no problem, you're all right. And then she says, yeah, I guess I just had an allergic reaction or something. He's like, oh no, like was it an anaphylactic reaction or something? She's like, no, it was just like, I went to the bathroom and there was blood. So he said, so wait, you spent the day crapping blood and still want to go on a Tinder date? And then you told your date about how you spent the day? He's like, I gave her a polite hour before I left. I did not hit her up again. I also ordered wings because they're not a good first date food.
Man, I am like... That's a 5 flag story, man. Like,
Dude, it's just
like
one
I
after
bail.
another.
Like 1 flag, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
2 flags, I'm out. Like,
yep.
I'm not about that shady life. 5 flags,
Right? But like, is she dying? Like, what is
know.
happening?
I don't know. Wow.
Yeah.
That's your friend?
Yeah.
Your friend is an idiot. You need new friends.
You know, he like he said, he was being nice. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, no, dude, you jettison after the second flag, man. Go.
I like that
I'm
story
out, man.
continually escalates.
Or de-escalates. Whichever way, they're on a downhill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. So, word to the wise, guys. Be smart. If you're gonna meet someone online, meet them in a public place.
Yes, be safe.
Be safe. Be smart.
Pay attention to the red flags.
Man, if there is another topic you'd like to see us chat about, let us know down in the comments below. This has been fun, man.
This has been way
Valentine's
fun.
Day's around the corner.
Love is in the air.
Love is in the air. But stay out of dodgy places.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay.
Do it. Thank you for subscribing, and we'll see you next time.
Peace. Bye.